Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Matsamo nasipapa anaparadi chikashchana parihare pilajame kimbruve purushotama Ivatinam yata yuni yunam cha yuvitau yata mano binabate tadmam mano me ramatam twayi Bumauskalita paranam bumiri vavalambanam twayi jata paradanam twame vasharanam prabho Govinda Govinda Prate swam twamas aham sada Tadiyamiti jana tu Govindo mam tvayasa Radhe Vrindavanadi Shekarana Mritabahani Kripaya Nijapadabja Dasyamayam Pradiyatam Hantaya Madra Balahari Dasavaryo Yadrama Krishna Charanash Parasha Pramodaha Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayastayo Yapaniya Suyavasakannana Kanna Mulai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita For our Bhagavad Gita, we'll start on page 345 at the top. My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. One more time. Ready? Top of 345. My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. One more. My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. Well, we all came here together and did our very best to continue the bhajan in the Holy Dham. And the damage is done, can't be taken back. We inundated the Holy Dham with prasadam and images of Lord Jagannath and huge boxes full of books. We had Harinam and sang many mantras together. And now we're contemplating the prospect of moving on to the next Dham, wherever that may be. For some of us, it's going to be Vrindavan, others going back to Mayapur, some are going to ISV. You going home? Yeah. You're coming to Vrindavan? Okay, good. Vishnu Gada Prabhu's going to go on a preaching tour all over India. And some of you are going back to Hyderabad to meet famous people, distribute books. Some are going back to Florida. And tonight we're going to continue with sharing reflections. And we left off last night in a sanguine state, just hearing the thoughts of the devotees. And I thought it would be a good idea to pick it right back up again, since it goes really quickly when devotees are sharing. And as they say at Salvation Army, sharing means caring. So, would anybody like to hold forth at this point? Yeah, okay. Who's got the microphones? Who's going to, thank you, move the energy?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. I've been debating whether to share this, but I thought I will. I had nothing to be afraid of. I just wanted to, yesterday I saw one of the Prabhuji's distributing books with so much enthusiasm. And I thought I'd share my personal story about how Prabhupada's book changed my life. It's a book called, it's not actually Srila Prabhupada's book, it's a book called Veda, which is a collection of his lectures. And I'd bought it 10 years prior, never read it, and I was going through some treatment that was very harsh on the body, so I couldn't really do anything else. So I thought I should read this book. And I had two questions in my mind. One was, why does this feel so bad? And secondly, what should I do now? And in the first lecture, my questions were answered. The first answer was, I feel bad because I'm part of that All Supreme who is Satchitanand. And so that was that was a real revelation for me. That's why I am seeking bliss. And the second was when he tells Arjun, just be my instrument. And I thought, there's my answer. All I need to do is just accept this treatment. That's all I need to do. And it's changed the direction of my life. And so I just wanted to say, anyone who's thinking when they're distributing books, is there any point? There is a point. It's going to touch someone, maybe not immediately. Maybe that book will sit on the shelf, but it really does work.
Right behind you. Who raised their hand behind? Okay.
To me, the thing that will stay impressed on my mind the longest about this yatra is at the bus station, seeing all these super successful devotees with wonderful jobs and friends and living beautiful homes. They're all at this dirty, stinky place, like on their vacations. And they're spreading love of God to everyone with love in their hearts. It's just, to me, it's just the epitome of this whole yatra.
Okay, that's it. We'll take rest early. Okay, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Yeah, I just wanted to share, like, when I booked this a few months ago, and then again I had to contact Mataji to cancel my booking because of some personal circumstances. And after going through another round of things, and then I realized, okay, now Krishna is again giving me opportunity, and I again contacted Mataji for my old booking, and she thankfully helped me to continue with the same. Of, and I came here. I came here for a purpose, and I would like to say, like, I try to find those 4 questions. Whatever I do, that's what I try to do these days. And I was trying to find out what is the purpose. And my initial purpose I had already in my mind, because I came to Puri twice, last year once, and then last year too, along with my family. And both the visits were not so great. Rather, I felt like something is really missing. First time I came with my another devotee friend, just for less than 24 hours, and we even couldn't get prasadam. So I said, okay, it's okay. Then I came with my family during the Rath Yatra, the Bahuda Rath Yatra, the reverse Rath Yatra. Couple of days till the time we were getting, prasadam from the ISKCON devotees, we were good. After that, again, next 2 days were so tricky, and 25 lakh people around, so much of rain. We had to walk 3 kilometers to the train station because there was no vehicle, nothing available, and everybody, all 12 members got sick. We couldn't even reach Mayapur properly. Someone was admitted to ICU on the way. And I was just thinking, like, what is happening? Something is missing. So I wanted to make use of this thing that I want to go to Puri next time, but with my Guru Maharaj, with devotees, so that Jagannath knows me better than till now. Like, I was just going on my own, and hopefully he will recognize me through the right sources that I'm coming. And it happened, it worked, and my initial purpose got kind of, I felt like, okay, this is what my purpose was. But then I realized that over the period of time, even our purposes get fine-tuned. And after coming here and especially listening to His Grace Madhavananda Prabhu's lecture, I'm going to say it really opened my eyes, and I felt like, why I was aspiring to come to Dham. The real purpose is to come to serve, not to, get something, or not to. So it's to serve the Dham, to serve Srila Prabhupada, to serve my Guru Maharaj in the best possible way at the Dham, and then see their pleasure, see Jagannath's pleasure, see them happy, and then the purpose is fulfilled. The real purpose is fulfilled. So, yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be part of this yatra. And all the devotees, and as Anand Vrindavan Mataji said, like, we are all one family from one ashram, somewhere there on the earth. But yeah, I always feel proud of it. And thank you so much to each one of the devotees who have been so mercifully, and give me their great association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I'll just say, when we went to Gambhira today, and I was remembering all the pastimes of, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And I think I remembered a lot, but when Vishnugada Prabhu gave his talk, whatever I didn't remember, everything, all those pastimes. And it's very moving. Every time even if I hear again and again, the process how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's heart changed, it's very moving. I don't know why. I just like hearing it, and it's somehow very deep. I was trying to imagine how light he must have felt, after giving up that sense of gyan, and he was such a big relief, lightheaded. And I also remembered Madhavananda Prabhu's lecture where he said, like Hiroshima, there's radiation still emanating in Puri, and we should try to touch that or absorb that. So, yeah, and like you said, Maharaj, the first day, we have to, I want to use the undo button and, get rid of all the blunders I've made and start fresh. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I can't help appreciating the garland that's there around you. It's beautiful. It's just amazing. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's beautiful. Guru Maharaj, few things. First day when we were at the Japa circle, you spoke about undo. We have that choice. We can always undo what we've not done correctly. I remember my daughter, she downloaded a game on my phone. It called Untie Ropes. And so there are a lot of tangled ropes, and then you keep untying them, and so you move on from one level to another. And I tried 1, 2, 3, sense of false achievement or false sense of achievement came in. And then after a few levels, I realized that the more I'm untying these ropes, the more tangled I'm getting into it. Because now, whenever I get a little free time, I think, hey, let me just play that game and go one level up again. And so the next thing I did is to delete that app from my phone. And I decided I'm not going to download anything, and my kids are not downloading anything on my phone. So when you were talking about the undo thing, I did realize the power of undoing. Just delete it, out of sight, out of mind. But I also realized that we'd never leave vacuum in our life. If something is, if the space is empty, it needs to be filled up. And it needs to be filled up with positive things. So what better thing than you always suggest, if you're waiting at the airport, you're waiting at a bus station, just take out your phone, Veda-based, look at some verses, try to memorize them. So that's the correct kind of download that we can do in our lives. So I just wanted to share that. And Guru Maharaj, I was doing books today in the afternoon. It was really sunny. And this guy comes up and he gives me a bottle of water. He's this bottled water vendor. And he just said, Mataji. So I was like, how does he know these ISKCON terms? Probably he's heard it around, we talking. And he comes and he says, this is for you. Aap seva kar, you are doing seva. This is my seva, so just take it. And that really left me wondering that this guy is, he comes from a very poor, lower strata of economical line in Puri. And that one bottle could have gotten him some profit, but he chose not to do that. He chose to share it with me, with us, and this is what we can do also. Sometimes not think about our own profit, but to just go out and give, and then things will come back to us. And last year I was very hesitant in doing books, but this time I did, and it was just so blissful. I think I've gotten a new addiction, so.
Got the bug. Vrindavan Vilasini makes these garlands. They're beautiful.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. My biggest reflection from this yatra was kind of understanding that no matter how long I stay here or no matter how long I stay in Puri, it's just, I keep learning so much more about the Dham. There's so many nuances to Jagannath's worship and the way the Dham operates, and I just think it's so mysterious, and I really enjoy it. I feel like I learn something new every single time I come here. And I also feel very connected to Mahaprabhu here, I think specifically because he spent so much time here, as well as the ecstasy he showed while he was in Puri, in Gambhira, and seeing his fingerprints in the temple. It's such a surreal experience because, okay, Mahaprabhu touched that, now I'm touching it, so it's just really cool. And especially another thing that I was really appreciating and really grateful for was the people on this yatra. Everyone here is so service-oriented. It's always service. Like, there's always something to do, and there's always people doing it. And that mood is so special. And I remember today in lecture you were mentioning, like, if you're happy with this lifestyle of, going on parikrama, sadhana, seva, then it's great. And I really was thinking about it, and I thought I could do this. Like this could be my everyday, and I'd be good with it. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, we still can't believe we were able to make for this yatra. I know it was start of December, and we were deciding whether we'll be able to come or not because of so many visa, passport issues. But of course, Krishna's mercy and your blessings, we were able to make it. And it's heart-rending that we'll not be able to come for the second phase. I wanted to share a reflection that this yatra actually was more of a japa retreat for me because Ramni was in jet lag and we were able to attend most of the morning japa sessions, and this is what I was really needing to how to improve my sadhana. And the best lecture I had was at Siddha Bakul, where you gave 3 points how to improve your chanting. And ironically, I just remembered in 2017, I had come for Yatra with Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and at the same very place, Radheshyam Prabhu also spoke about chanting. So, and in Jagannath Puri, I have a special soft place for Siddha Bakul. And one point you mentioned was flow of time in chanting versus flow of absorption. Personally speaking, so many responsibilities as a householder or even as a professional, or with so many services, it happens like you're in a more robotic phase, like do, and get it done. So it comes, like the chanting becomes like a chore. But you said that when chanting should not be like seeing a clock, okay, you have this 1 hour, get your 8 rounds done. But it should be more of absorption, getting into it. Personally, I've been a runner, and I know what it means to hit the wall, like running for 10 miles, 11 miles. And you mentioned that offending Vaishnavas, actually you can hit a wall in your sadhana. So try to be so respectful. So these are the two, 3 takeaways that I'm taking with me. And one last thing, like one service that I have imbibed in my spiritual life is under you is book distribution a little bit. And I think in one of the purport you were mentioning, one of the sentence, which the Supreme Personality of Godhead, influenced by the merciful devotee's attempt to deliver fallen souls, enlightens the people in general from within by his causeless mercy. If a devotee is blessed by another devotee, he becomes free from karma kanda and jnana kanda activities. So you actually said in the lecture that if a devotee prays after giving every book, that Krishna, please change his heart or her heart. So this is something I like to imbibe, that once going back, to every book we give, say a small prayer to Krishna, if he so desires. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, at the beginning of this yatra, when I was coming to this yatra, and I knew that a big point of this yatra is book distribution. Like, we do go to holy places and we do have Krishna Katha, but on the way, every time you see there's every opportunity, everyone grabs it to book distribute. And when I was in ISV and we used to go every Saturday for book distribution, I personally did not love doing it because I have a really bad history with rejection. And if somebody says no to a book, I will just immediately step back and I will be like, okay, I'm not doing any more books. And so this yatra, though, I know a lot of Matajis were watching me do this, and then they were pushing me. They were like, no, even if somebody says no, the next person might not say no. And so I tried it, and the people here are very, very receptive towards this kind of things. And I remember when we went to the bus stop, there were so many people that were coming out by themselves and asking us for books. Like, we didn't even have to go to them. We would just stop, plant ourselves outside of a bus and give all the books to everyone. And it was so nice to see. And sometimes me and my partner didn't even have to ask them for a donation. They would by themselves give something because they knew that if we are taking something, we have to give something in return. And just watching everyone around me have this service attitude, like Gitavali was saying, everyone is so service oriented and everyone has something to do and everyone wants to do something, and especially Shraddha Mataji, like thank you so much Mataji, you organized a big yatra and she looks after like the very, very little things, like every devotee should get a packet of electrolytes or every devotee should get a spoon. And it was very, very nice to see how everyone had a part of this yatra. Everyone was a piece of this yatra. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Gurudev and Guruma, for this wonderful yatra. I want to share a nice episode for the pleasure of the devotees here. Shamlangi and I were doing the book distribution in the filthy place, and there was a very small lady, like an old lady, and she looked very stubborn, and Shamlangi asked her, just showed her the books, and she outrightly rejected her, like with a very rude sort of expression. And all of a sudden there was a boy behind her who just came and started screaming at her. It felt as if Narsimhadev just entered into this boy. And he was really screaming at the top of his lungs at this old lady. And I think they were talking in Oriya, but from the body language, it just felt like he was saying, like, these girls are just offering you a lollipop and a sticker. Why would you just say no to them? Why would you just not take it? And she was still very adamant, and she did not want it. And then they had some little conversation. He kept screaming at her very, very loudly. And then finally there was some discussion between them, and it felt like she thought we were asking for some money. And then we said, no, we just want to give you this. This is a gift for you. And then she took it, and he kept screaming her non-stop. He did not stop at all. And then later on, she took out her wallet, and she took out a 10 rupee note, and she gave us a 10 rupee note. And then while going, she was still adamant. She was giving him the lollipop. I don't want this. But he said, no, take this. This is for you. It was like, it was so, both of us were really surprised, like all of a sudden from where Narsimhadev entered into him, and this boy. And Shamlangi gave him a lot of blessings because he was the book distributor. We were just like the bystanders there, and he distributed the book on our behalf. So we really loved it. And I was personally thinking that, we all need such a person in our life who could just, bring us, at least I am that kind of person who needs like a little stick on the back. And we actually, four of us were at the Jagannath temple, the main Jagannath temple, and we actually got beaten up there by the guard. There was a big crowd, and we were talking, and we were going here and there, and the guy just beat us up, not in a bad way, but he had a very small cane. He was just using that to make people move. And we got beaten up, and we all had a good laugh because, that's what we need sometimes, get beaten up and, just get to the, at least for me, I need to be beaten up by somebody, get to. So it was really nice to get that beating from that and see this old lady getting beaten up. And I just want to quickly, I think all of us need that sometimes. And then I personally want to thank the broadcast team a lot. I'm seeing them in constant dedication, non-stop. And I think the three of them are here, and there's one more, the one boy, the Toronto boy, Chetan or somebody. Ketan, he's also, yeah, he's also there, and then Chirag, sorry, and then Shipra is also there. Shipra actually told me that this is just a service she's never done, and she did it out of her comfort zone, and I was telling her, that's the real service, you do something out of your comfort zone. So thank you all the broadcast team, and thank you to Shraddha Mataji, Shamlangi, and many, many organizers behind the scene. And I also want to thank my family who sacrificed a lot for me to be here, so I'm very, very thankful to them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I was surprised by the ratio of book distribution when you were telling that you should count rejections. So on a certain number, somebody will take the book. So that number is every time it's different, like in different regions, in different places. So I was ready like to start counting what's the ratio for this place. So, and then I was surprised, like almost like every time everybody was accepting the book and so grateful. And even without showing the card, like asking for donation, they were like pulling out their wallets or like asking their friends to give some donations, even like small coins. So that was really like surprise, and that gives me more like confidence when I go back for book distribution, like overcome that hesitation to distribute, because I can see like that people really need it and they appreciate it once they have already they have faith. So it just takes some more step maybe for those people who are there in Silicon Valley. A little bit more like piety for them. So if we do like more book distribution, then maybe later it will be the same like here, the ratio. So that's really great. And thank you for the book distribution team that they prepare everything. So like you just take the book and you don't have to do anything.
I like that. I think we can start calculating that by region. What's the take ratio? So everybody knows. Here's how many people you have to talk to in this area before somebody takes a book. Good to know. Nicely done.
Hare Krishna. So yesterday we went to the filthiest place on the earth, the bus stop. It's my lucky place because I always do a lot of books there. So we went to the corner of the bus stop, and then there was a big bus with many Bengalis. So the first person who approached us, he wanted a Krishna Bengali book. Well, we only had 2 of them, so he was a bit sad because he wanted it for his family. And then like many people wanted this Krishna book, but we couldn't give them. But we gave them other books also. So like we ran out of Bengali books because of me, but they were still happy.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, just following up on what Ananga Gopika Mataji mentioned, I think when we started, when we planned to come here, I think I was very nervous, and a lot of whoever was knowing about this, everyone was mentioning that, no, you are brave. But I was like, little did they knew that every moment I'm like having so many fears, anxieties, like traveling with a child. But the moment I reached, just felt so much like home. I'm grateful to all the devotees who embraced us, and especially Shraddha Mataji and all the devotees here, and you and Nirukula Mataji. I think I'm very, very, the moment I reached, I felt like I'm very grateful to just be here in this dham and to hear Krishna Katha. I think, and there were a lot of takeaways, but one of the key takeaway for me personally was japa sessions. I've been struggling a lot with, having strong sadhana, and I added this time in my goal, and you always mention goals are potent. But 2 months went over, and I was thinking, how can I do better? And then this yatra, these sessions really played a key role. I felt like Krishna's gift and your mercy flowing through. I just wanted to share a tiny offering. These are your words only, but in a poetic form. Make the japa great again, keeping the main thing main. Absorption is the golden key, giving us the momentum to see. Don't jump off the sacred bus. Add inspirational sadhana as a plus. Become the parent of the mind. Leave the worldly bonds behind. Let intelligence be our Shiksha Guru, with Shastra Chakshu to see what's true. Overcome weakness of heart, find deep satisfaction amidst the ocean of material attraction. So make the japa great again, again and yet again, offering at the lotus feet with only desire to serve that is complete, now and forever after. your servant Manjari Gopika Devi. Blessing. Manager.
All the way back. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you everyone for your association. This yatra in the holy place, I feel it's been an amazing experience. So value. Especially the book that the organizers create. I didn't read everything, but as far as I was reading, it was so great, and I will continue reading at home. Being deaf among hearing devotees, my experience going out, like book distribution, it's been difficult, but with the devotees and with your support, I feel much better. Because as you imagine, it's difficult for me, being deaf, to communicate. So, but as I say, with your support, it's been great. Also with the support of the interpreter. And actually, the techniques you gave us, I don't really need to talk. There's no communication, no sign language, nothing at all. And I'm so happy that it's so effective. So when I go to London, I will add a little bit more care about donation. So I have some ideas adding a different cards, like maybe the same technique with the card, but the card we use for donation, but maybe a card saying, how are you, or something like that. Try to communicate a little bit in London because it's different. And today we went to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house. And it was really touching to see how his heart was changed, that, you know, the ego, that the path he was following, his heart was changed and become a devotee. It was very touching. And it's like, for example, sometimes we have this fake mass. So we need to just remove this mask and offer to Krishna everything. So I really like this point of today going to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Congratulations for the yatra.
Vishangara Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yesterday, Vaisheshi Prabhu, you mentioned we should do reflections, and so I wrote a reflection down. And then you said, the best thing. And so, oh, well, actually, what I wrote down wasn't the best thing, so I had to adjust. So I was trying to think, you know. I heard about Madhavananda's, the Hiroshima. This is like Hiroshima, the atomic blast. And then what came into my mind was Ponce de Leon. You know Ponce de Leon? The Fountain of Youth. Yeah, he was looking for the Fountain of Youth in Florida and different places. Later, he became the governor of Puerto Rico, looking for the. But it seemed to apply in some unusual way, because hearing the regular nectar flow of Krishna Katha here is like that. It's the Fountain of Youth, because by hearing it regularly as is possible here, we have eternal life. And that's truth, and it's so wonderful. And you know, sometimes Srila Prabhupada would say that you're doing wonderful magical things, and Srila Prabhupada would respond, "I'm not doing anything magical. This is just the work of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu." And I'd have to say that it's the same here. The same magic is here. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Thank you for that. Thank you. And I have to thank, because here in this assembly of devotees, it's Vaikuntha. It's, even though we're already, this is Sri Kshetra, it's already a holy place, by the devotees and you, Vaisheshik Prabhu, coming here, you purify it and you make it understandable as Vaikuntha. Because here devotees here, they're so sincere and there is no envy. And it's such a wonderful experience and relief. I am very privileged to experience this with all of you, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So my realization is somehow I've been visited India like 4 or 5 times. I visited Vrindavan, stayed for 6 months, and then Mayapur, and somehow for Jagannath Puri, somehow or other I couldn't have any opportunity to come. Not because I can't come, but I thought that I need to have a proper way, a proper mentality, and a proper association to come to Jagannath Puri. And in the end, when Gopal came to my place in Bali, and I said that I would like to come to Mayapur for a while, and he said that he's going to Puri for your yatra. So I thought this is the time. So this is it. This is what I've waited for. Because I think that Puri is such a special place, the place where Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu stayed for the end of their life, his life. So I need to have a proper conditions, as also mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam purport, that it is a sadhu that open up the dham, not just visit and then see this and that. In that kind of mood, I'm trying my best to come, even leaving my family. Fortunately, they are allowing me to go. And what I've observed here, just as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami 3 main things: Jivedoya, Name Ruchi, and Vaisnava Seva. So I think these 3 things, because of the guidance and such a enthusiasm that Prabhus give. So Jivedoya, what else can we give as daya or mercy to the peoples unless we give the books and the holy name? And Nameruchi, we tried our best to do the japa morning, and then whole kirtan is there. And Vaisnava Seva, for me personally, I've visited 4 or 5 times. This is the best prasadam during my Indian stay. So I was really happy, really grateful, and really thankful for all of the association. And I think this is the most exemplary yatra that should be done by others also. Thank you very much.
Harival. Please come back again.
Hare Krishna. I feel lucky that I was able to join the wonderful yatra. I had a lot of fun distributing books. I liked everything, but I really liked the Danda Bhanga, Siddha Bakul, and the Harinam. I can't believe that in reality Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was really there and the pastimes were real over there. Your bhajans are really uplifting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. When we have Bhagavad Gita, and sometimes it happens that we open up any verse that we've read before, but it seems to answer the question that, to the problem that you're going through in life at that time. So in this yatra, I found it really helpful, but I took down some management and leadership advice throughout the yatra that you had shared that I wanted to replay back. One is success is built before it's seen. Growth requires commitment. Leader requires quiet consistency. Distraction is torture. Focus is nectar. Ideas are gifts from the super soul. And this one I shared with someone yesterday. Whoever is asking the question is leading the conversation. Good lawyers know the law, great lawyers know the judge. And then goals for book distribution that are set at ISV to not feel complacent. And you gave the example of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada, that he didn't allow accumulation of wealth. Any extra money he would spend on festivals, that I find to be really good for goal setting purposes for leaders. There is a process, but it is not mechanical, because it depends upon the mercy of the Lord. And coming to this yatra for the second time, it was kind of like a process, but there's a trust that, just follow the process, book your time, save the dates, come, and something magical will happen. But you don't know what that's going to be, but it's still very magical. So I just want to thank you for that.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. So this is my second yatra. I came first in 2024. This yatra I came with the service mode, that I would do my best to do service. And I don't know, last 5 days, it flew like anything. From morning all the till in, I would say 10 o'clock, it was like time was kind of running. The key takeaway or my reflection, which I'm taking away, is one is on the japa, in terms of it's not with the time flow, is whether I am absorbed or whether I'm really putting my sincere effort when I'm doing the japa. And the second one is the japa walk, like seeing the sun in the morning, that was really great. I kind of really look forward now in terms of how I get up and kind of see the sun. The third thing which really touched my heart today was at Gambhira, when the Sankirtan movement, when the Sankirtan was ongoing in the last, the tears was coming from my eyes. Like, this is the way you should be really praying to Krishna. Because those are the three things I want to share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This is second time I'm coming to Jagannath Puri Guru Maharaj. The first time I came, it was 3 years ago. And because of my work, I couldn't make it. But this year, I made it. I made a vow to come to Yatra. Somehow, by your mercy, it happened. And I second what Manjari Gopika Mataji said. I also came with Gita Priya, but I had some fear, but I know that I will be taken care of. She will be taken care of because Shraddha Mataji is there and it feels like home. Last time it felt like home. So, and I can say that that's what is happening. So anyone who can come with a kid, I'm here to say that it is okay. You'll be taken care of and you'll get the best experience. And I want to share some reflections. The first day you set the mood for the yatra, that it is service and Sankirtan yatra, and it helped me to internalize, the service mode helped me internalize what I heard in the talks, especially after the talk, we immediately go out to do book distribution on our way to the Dham. It reminded me of my college days. Every time we had a lesson in science, physical science, we had practicals. Like we implemented in the lab
we see it happening, not just theoretically. So when I go out and distribute books, I see what I heard in the lectures, and I get a lot of realizations. For example, one time it helped me to realize that you don't see the externalities. Every person is part and parcel of Krishna. They are related to Krishna. All you need to them is to make them remember that by giving them the book. One example I like to share is there is near the Jagannath temple, we are distributing books, and there are a couple who are about to get on a rickshaw, and they're not ready to take the book. But the rickshaw driver, it's a cycle rickshaw. It's not like he has to cycle it. So he was chewing a pawn, and he just, I don't know if it's a pawn or a tobacco, he just spit it out. So you don't think that he would be accepting a book. So I didn't approach him first, but I approached the couple, and when they are not taking the book, he said that you should take it. They are doing a good thing. They are doing some God's work. You should take it. So he distributed the book on behalf of me. And they were not giving the donation. He encouraged them to give the donation. And he accepted the book when later we approached him. That made me realize that, yes, everyone is a soul, and they are Krishna conscious. We just have to remind them. So I really appreciate that we have this book distribution every time we go out. And the last thing, book distribution also helped me to see the power of Maha Mantra. Another time when a person took the book, he was not giving donation. I tried all the 5 steps, and I even tried talking to him after that. I tried mountain pose after that to try talking to him. Nothing worked. And then I was like, okay, let's go. I was telling Gita Priya, let's go. And then I remembered there is one more trick in my pocket, that is the Maha Mantra. I took the card out. He's Bengali, so can you read this? So he read the Maha Mantra, and then we left. And then after couple of minutes, he called us back. He gave donation. I think Maha Mantra did the trick.
Haribo.
And my realization was, I saw the transformation happening right in front of my eyes. Just by saying Maha Mantra, his heart softened. He wanted to give something back. What if I could put my focus and intention into chanting the Maha Mantra? What can I get from that? So, and I'm really grateful for everything that you made us see, and you made us hear, and you made us walk through Guru Maharaj. I'm really grateful for that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare. Vrindari Karumai.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I just wanted to share 3 things. First of all, I just feel overwhelmed with this august assembly and all the exalted devotees, because when I see the intention that everyone has come with in this yatra, and there is only one intention. Everybody wants to come closer to Krishna and progress in their spiritual life. That makes me sometimes think am I taking this for granted because I come to India multiple times in a year and get your association. So sometimes I think maybe I'm taking it for granted. And somehow this time it took me longer to adjust to the timings and things, and I could only attend 2 of your japa sessions. However, I must say that these sessions are so powerful. And my key takeaway is that you spoke about how absorption is where you make advancement. And I was just reflecting that that's that's how we come back to the holy name again and again. Not just holy name, to anything in our Krishna consciousness. When we feel absorbed, we want to do it again. So that's something, you know, back in London, when our lives are so busy, it's really hard to get into that absorption. But whenever we do get those moments, those are something to treasure. And of course, you said that the framework is consistency. When we are consistent, only then we'll be able to, at some point, have that absorption. And another point about this was a few years back, Brajavihari Prabhu from Chowpatty, he spoke about this same point, and he said that how he practices absorption. He said when he takes darshan of the deities, he's just there for some time, and until he consciously feels absorbed, he carries on doing that activity. Same with chanting, same with reading. We can be just mechanically reading, but unless we feel absorbed, that's something he, shared his own way how he practices absorption. So that was something really nice. And thirdly, about book distribution, there was another connected point that initially when I was introduced to book distribution, I was always finding excuses why I shouldn't do book distribution. And I used to tell my husband, like, it's not very absorbing. It's not an absorbing service, because when I do deity worship or when I do cooking for the deities, it's very absorbing for me. I really can, fully focus. And then I spoke to Sukheshwari Mataji in one of the yatras long time back, and I asked her, Mataji, how do you feel when you're doing book distribution? She said, Mataji, I get the same experience when I'm worshipping the deities. That's how I feel. That's how I feel in book distribution. And I was like completely, amazed that she has that same level of absorption when she's doing book distribution. So since then, I, of course, try to experience it very differently by your guidance. And it was something very inspiring, and I'll always remember that. And then one book distribution experience was when in the Puri bus stand, I walked in without a book bag. And Manjula Kanta Mataji, she came to us. I was with some of the girls, and she said, here, one book, one lollipop, one sticker, do it, and the service is done. So I really felt it that, oh my God, I can't not do anything and come out of this bus. So I approached an old lady, very similar to what Pavani Bhakti Mataji was saying, and she accepted everything from me. And then when I showed her the card for the donation, she started pulling my cheeks and, touching my head. And she said, no money. And then suddenly her son comes. And again, he's not like that. He was not that, not like Narsinghadev, but he came and he took her sari from the back and showed her the knot. Actually, I was convinced that she didn't have money. And I was about to walk away, but then when she opened the knot, I was amazed to see how much Lakshmi she had. And her son showed that she had 500 notes, hundreds, and lots of... Her son then asked her to take out a 100 rupee note, and then she very reluctantly, gave it to me. And she was telling in her own language to her son something. So that was my experience of book distribution. And the last thing is, I'm very, very actually so happy to see so many kids here, and especially all these little girls I don't know where they are from. They're like, some saints and all the moms who are bringing them up. It's such a joy to look at them and how absorbed they are. They're all like participating in all the programs and they're Krishna conscious. It's really a joy. Thank you, Maharaj, for everything. Thank you.
Hi, Krishna Gurudev. My throat's been bad, so finally Manjula got silent. I had 3 things to share about this yatra. Actually, it took me some time to settle into the yatra. I missed last year, and I couldn't help it. We had a family issue, and I had to stay. But I was like, oh my God, I didn't go. So I've been looking forward to coming here, really looking forward to it. But I found that when I got here, I was struggling to let the experience sink in. It was only like, because maybe it was a jet lag, whatever it was, it takes a little time for the fog to clear. And then I noticed yesterday, things felt so much clearer, and I was like, yatra. Because yatra has this special feeling. You know when you're in a yatra, and it's so nice to be in your yatra. It's worth all the effort and the stress. So my first thing was health. I noticed that the people who do the most service have the strictest diets. And I started to understand why this time. It's so important to take good care of your health, because I got scolded that I should take better care of mine. So I'm going home with the thought that this year I will do better. You can live to eat, you can eat to live, but if you live to serve, it's so much better. So I will focus that way. Another share that I had was with the ocean. Thank you for taking us out there. As I was standing there watching the waves touch my feet and retreat, I was thinking that, the waves never manage to cover the beach. They create this big swell and they come forward, only to be pushed back. And again, they try and they come. And I was looking at them, this endless repetition of, I was thinking, if we keep committing aparadh and we keep, giving in to our vasanas that don't work for us, all the things that we've developed that we shouldn't be having, it's like that wave. We never get to the point where we can build a big swell and overcome. We're still there, coming and receding. And that left an impact on me. I was thinking it's so important to not have that, not have so many anarthas and so many desires that keep pulling you back in despite all the effort to make that momentum happen. And the third thing was the association of the Vaishnavas. Because usually, Gurudev, when I'm on yatra, I just stay with you. I go from Tulsi Aarti all the way to the end, and it's been a loop. But this time, since I've come twice, this is my 3rd time, I wanted to see the temples. And luckily, Malini Mataji was taking me, and Balimardhan Prabhu took me. And then I realized that, to see the point that Matajis were explaining, you can go, someone told me, you can go and visit a temple 100 times, and your heart may never change. But if you go with someone who's got a taste, then that one visit is enough to make the change. And I felt that when I went with the Vaishnavas, because they would share these small stories and, the little details, the personal tidbits, and it makes the whole, it makes the dham come to life. And for me, I feel like Jagannath Puri is my dham. I know this place. If you drop me here, I'll find my way around. But Vrindavan is tougher. Vrindavan is really tough for me. Too many temples, too many things. So I still stick around Gurudev's feet. I don't feel confident to leave, to adventure. But it's wonderful to be here. Thank you, Gurudev, for doing this again and again. Somebody was saying, look how tired we are. Oh my God, we're already dead tired. And Gurudev comes back the next day. Done. He's back at ISV. Done. Nobody will believe he's been on this yatra like on rotation with the kids, and then with us, and then with the GBC meetings, and then he's back. And I realized that's really something. Gurudev, you're really doing so much. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Guru Maharaj. One thing I really loved about this yatra was all of the association I got to get, because it's a small holiday I have from school. So this 1 week being in this yatra really helped me reconnect. And another thing I loved was the service I was given, the flag service. Somehow all 10 flags returned. I also love the short phrases you give sometimes, like don't let the ant trail go cold or success has already been built, because those are small phrases that can stay in my mind and they're easy to remember and just maybe write down and find in my notes somewhere. So yeah, thank you very much for this yatra.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. This is my first yatra. I didn't know what to expect. First day, second day, too, especially when we stopped for Harinam and book distribution at the marketplace. The ground level was just overwhelming. Taking off shoes by the chicken and fish, it was too much. So my materialistic eye is just picking the fault. Why can't they improve the sewage? Why can't they improve the street? Why do they have garbages and trashes in the temple? I was just a little bit disappointed. We have cleanliness in our discipline. Why temples don't follow? Right above, like around the wall, it's just too many trashes, and it was just so hard, like disheartening. And then when we have this sweet moment in the temple, in such a sacred space, with a sacred sound vibration, with the devotees and you, and all this, mantra, sacred and memorable, and make me want to come back year after year. And another thing is when you share the moment of, like when someone reject or having a hesitant moment, instead of like a pushing, you just like have like remembering the fact that he or she has the free will. Just like a Gita was spoken, and then Krishna tells Arjuna, do what you wish. This is my opinion. So just learning that small, that's like a micro moment, but having the big realization made me relax when I was doing the book distribution today. In the unspoken rule in my mind that I need to give it to him, sort of like a pushing, mindset. But today, I don't have any, credit taken away from me if he or she doesn't take it. So I pull back if she's not taking out the money, So that made me relax a little bit with the book distribution, and made me more enjoyable in that sadhana, actually, seva. Yeah. Thank you so much.
I have a text that was sent from Vaishnav Toshani, who was supposed to be here with us, but you'll hear what happened in his text. It says, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, this time I missed the Jagannath Yatra and the Vrindavan Yatra, which is organized by Shraddha Mataji, you, and Guru Ma. I had conjunctivitis, so doctor advised me not to continue the rest of the tour. I am listening to the evening discourses which you are giving in Puri. Puri is so much special for ISKCON. This is where Mahaprabhu was engrossed in his deep ecstasy. Devotees like Swarup Dagamandar, Raghunath Das Goswami, Haridas Thakur, and saw this, including Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. I was meditating on when Mahaprabhu left Mayapur to Puri, the feeling of separation which Sachi Mata would have felt, including all of Nadia, and how Gopal Bhatta Goswami, who never met Mahaprabhu in Puri, how he must be feeling. All the lectures which you have given in Puri, thinking of listening all the year till next yatra, Dandavats.
Hare Krishna. I wanted to share, first of all, I have a reflection, but also what's been going on a lot. I started to notice even before the yatra, I was noticing everything as a lesson and just taking everything as a lesson. And I was even surprised myself how there's so many areas of the mind that are speaking to you and advising you to do things or not to do things. And some parts of the mind are telling me, you know, this situation is so bad, what's going on? And then one part of me is saying, well, I always hear about taking things as a lesson, so we can always learn from this, from what you just did or from what happened. And I also really liked your point with absorption. I've been trying to do that a lot recently, but it's sometimes difficult to get in the state of flow or to actually be absorbed, because sometimes the mind always wants to be stimulated. I also like the point with taking a pad, like a notepad, because any moment you have an idea or you see something you like, you should always note it down. And that's a really big problem for me, because I always have all these ideas and then I can't write it down, I forget. And so I will definitely take this one with me. And I notice as well that even though I always see everything as a lesson, I also give myself excuses not to do things. And it's not even the aspect of procrastinating. I'm really motivated to do certain things, but sometimes the mind just says, well, just sit down, maybe you can check some messages or something, or do something else. Why do you have to sit up and get your japa from across the room? It's like so far. Maybe just do it another time. And with excuses, I've also noticed it's more to do with japa, that I created a goal for myself. I want to chant 4 rounds a day, and it had been going on for like a solid few weeks, and then one day it wasn't an excuse. I think I was really busy and I only managed to do 3 or something. And then that was that one day where that cycle broke. And after that cycle, I noticed I was not in that state of flow where every day was so simple to do 4 rounds. Every now and then it was just 2 or 3, sometimes more than 4, but it just kept going back and forth once that cycle broke. And nowadays I'm also starting to see excuses for myself, like the, japa. Sometimes I've been chanting and then a friend comes along and then I don't want to, because I've heard it's not good to talk and chant. So then I stop chanting, but then at the same time I don't want it to be offensive. I have to stop the holy name for someone else. But at the same time I don't want to tell that person, like, hey, I can't talk to you right now. So that's also been a problem. And then I also heard you should wash your hands ideally before chanting, and I want to value japa as much as I can, and all these small incidences happen where I can't, and sometimes if I'm outside somewhere I can't find a tap to wash to begin japa, then I'm like, I'll just do this later, and then I don't get my rounds done. But I've also been struggling with finding this space of having this flow or just being engaged in devotional service. Sometimes I question myself what really is devotional service, because I was reflecting on my last days in Mayapur that I should do something. I've definitely visited many places and some new pastime places I've never been before, but I just wanted to make it more significant, and it just felt like a really strong closing chapter for me, and I couldn't find that state of flow where I just get reading something and then I just forget about time. But it's been really difficult. But the thing I wanted to reflect was something I wrote before lunch. Something happened, it's not really important, but I was listening to a recently new song orchestral while meditating on a poster with the pastime of Krishna and the cowherd boys partaking in prasadam before Brahma came into the scene. I thought to myself how well, this was in the music, how well the clarinets and the musical arrangement corresponds to the image, and it felt as though I was a witness to the pastime. This hadn't happened to me in a while. I sometimes envision Krishna or his associates when I'm in a flow of hearing, especially in kirtans where I can vividly imagine them dancing. The change of beat or tone and mood in the kirtan influences how I see the journey of the dance. Sometimes if the music/kirtan is displayed in minor notes, it feels like a sense of loss, separation, or hope, and vice versa. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, and all the devotees, I am grateful to each and every one. Because of the time, I just chosen some of the things that I noticed. Once you were saying in the class that one of your god brother has mentioned, or some senior devotee, that when Prabhupada jumped into the Jalduta, that's a real spontaneous devotional service, or Ragmark. I don't remember who was that, but you mentioned this in lecture, and I was just saying that one day morning, we were all in the sea, and then after that we had Guru Puja, and then we all started coming, and I see that this like Pancha Tattva, there are 5 devotees, I am sure you all know here, they're running for their service too, so that they can come reach before you here and they can set everything. So I was just saying that this is what running is, this is what the spontaneous devotional service is, that we don't have to go far to see that what is in spontaneous devotional service means. And same thing I was seeing that how the devotees, I get up early and I see that people start getting to the Toda Gopinath 5 a.m. or before to the temple, or going to the late Harinam, or just dutifully doing so many services here is such a heartwarming, like setting up the Tulsi Puja or various artis, or the best part is this, all our volunteers, those who guide the devotees. Is such a, I see that is such a dedication. Who has that spontaneous? This is, if this is not spontaneous devotional service, then what it is? It has to be some that they're getting some taste that to serve the devotees. So I was just appreciating that we don't have to go far, and we happened to be one day go inside the Jagannath temple, and somehow the queue was very empty that day, and then who was our guide? He made all of us run. He told, okay, run, and everyone was running. And then, and then some of our member commented that, yeah, this is what we should run for Krishna. This we should run for. And I was saying that, yeah, sometimes how we become complacent, and that's what the devotional service is, very, very dynamic. It's not static. And I was just experiencing right outside the Jagannath temple. And one of the major thing I liked is how Srimad Bhagavatam is enacting here in each and every moment. Like one thing that we just went out one day and we saw the whole is the sky is filled with the fog. Thank you, fog. And then immediately you remember that verse, that how Niharam Bhaskar, right? That how the sun comes and the Bhagavatam this dissipate. And another incident I was just remembering once, how when the 4 Kumaras were at fault, and Lord Vishnu just comes running to, 4 Kumaras trying to enter into the Golok Vrindavan, to Vaikuntha, and then the Jain Vijay stopped them, and then seeing the severity of the situation, Lord Vishnu just comes running and tell that, okay, no, and he tells that, oh no, it's my fault, they are not in the fault. And I was just saying that few days back when there was some misclass of the time management, and you just taken on yourself, though, that I didn't inform the speakers that you are supposed to be 1.5 hour class, but it was 2 hour class. So I was just saying that how it is in action that you yourself taken on yourself, that it was your mistake. That's what we see in the Bhagavatam enacting in this, or even I see that devotees so nicely enjoying in the sea, and I see that how the Narendra Sarovar pastime is enacting, where devotees are having some light time with each other and splashing and having fun, and that's what is the Shastra is revealing here in this 5 days of this. Who is rich? This always, I always feel that, okay, we are the rich people or we are the one who are giving someone, but it has so many times it left me bound that we take from here auto, and that auto person maybe takes 100 rupees or 100 rupees or something, and then we ask him to give donation, and he gave 100 rupees back. and then what happened, because I have my daughter and then also Anaya Radhika. So Anaya Radhika told, okay, I also want something. So he gave another 100 rupees. So I always felt that who is rich? Like I might be earning so much, but I don't have that heart. But this person was earning 100 rupees. He gave 100, and on that top he gave another 100 rupees, because he just felt that yeah, this is the right thing. So that deep samskar went into my head, that who is rich, like whom we are thinking that, or what is the right attitude. So that was I was saying in the book distribution. And once you said in the scripture, like how the acharyas, when they come in this world, they leave the boat behind, so that other conditioned soul can cross through. And I was just saying that, especially I can talk about my daughter. She's a very shy. She doesn't have speak so much, neither distribute books in the like so much in US. But here I was seeing that she doesn't know language, she doesn't know anything, but she will do like dutifully the steps that you had shown, that she will take out the lollipops, she will take out the stickers, she will take out the book. And I thought, okay, enough. I think after that, nothing. She will take out her card, and so she will try to somehow find the, and I was just surprised to see that every time she will have some donation, and I was, even I don't have that much donation in my life, so that I was just appreciating that how the acharyas, they leave behind for the conditioned soul, the method that they can cross through, and I was just seeing in front of my eyes that happening to, and I was just so grateful that you had engage people in doing service here. And yes, and and also, yeah, last time I made this yatra also time to reconnect with the new friends or old friends. So I had like Anuttama Prabhu, I am seeing him from so many years in NSLT calls. He gives so many wonderful reports of the Canada. So it was really so amazing to see him in person out of the picture, out of our NSLT calls. And so definitely there are so many other devotees, Rashnath Prabhu, Chirag Prabhu, Radha Mohan Prabhu, Lokram Prabhu, and just too few that to reconnect with them and share time with them. So definitely Yatra covers so many aspects of our devotional service. So thank you to you, Shraddha Mataji, Guru Ma, Divyanam Prabhu. So much of you all have taken on your shoulder to have this Yatra. And yes, Hare Krishna.
Everybody stand up for a second and try to touch the ceiling. And we'll say Gauranga in syllables. Gauranga. Try again, but this time really do touch the ceiling. 1, 2, 3. Gauranga. Not quite, we'll get it this time. 1, 2, 3. Gauranga. Anuttama Prabhu's next, and then we're officially in the lightning round of this session, which means if anybody has a reflection they want to share, it'll come like a flash of lightning. So we can go for quantity. So pick your most relished thought and share it. And we'll try to do about 10 more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. It's my first time here at Yatra ever. And I would like to thank my wife, Sita Lakund, for taking the initiative to come, because initially I was, hesitant or inertia, so I wasn't sure what to expect. So I'd like to thank you for taking the initiative. Spent my initial years in Krishna consciousness in Western Canada in a smaller town. At that time, 10 years ago, it was a smaller community, not as much association. And for me to sort of step my game, I traveled to Toronto for a visit. I was there for an MSF and for the Badra campaign in 2017. And I got inspired by Radha Mohan Prabhu and Shamini Mataji who are here for this yatra as well. So I'd like to thank them for inspiring me, and I would bring that back to where I'm at. Then I moved to Toronto and I got more exposure to Krishna conscious culture. And then coming to this yatra is another sort of immersive experience that I can take back and improve in my bhakti practice. So I would like to thank you, Prabhu, and also your God siblings who are here to inspire us to know the mood and method of book distribution, the sampradaya, and just maintaining the proper standard. And what I would like to take away is that you had mentioned mainly all the talks that have been taking place, the japa talks, the Bhagavatam classes, is about alignment with the essence of our movement. And sometimes we may get away from that, and just to know the standard and just realign ourselves with the mood of the sampradaya. So whenever we knowingly or unknowingly get out of it, we should come back to it. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. So I'll keep it short because Mukharvind Prabhu seems to have read my mind. I'm sure many other devotees felt that way when he spoke. There's so much of warmth and gratitude and empathy we see here. So it's the sincerity Vishnu Gada Prabhu was saying, the non-envious mood that pervades, lifts any fog, possibly. So here's my quick one. The most painful distress is our separation from Krishna's sincere devotees. Coming into the yatra, it was always very difficult because there's always some distress or the other which will not allow you to very conclusively decide that you really want to be here. So but this realization really hit me during the japa circles, especially. So these sincere devotees really help develop faith, and their shared realizations definitely align you towards transcendental wisdom. Most of all, it is very joyous to serve together because your level of service is, my level, is so meager that I was like, okay, if I just tag along, I'll probably earn some points. So there was really the association of devotees, the qualities of Krishna that they admire through small discussions on different things they see and observe around how they relate Shastra to small things that they see in the world around them. It also the mood of just grabbing people to perform service in some way or the other in such a spontaneous way was really unique. So thank you. It's hopefully can learn something and come back with more of a service attitude. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Priya, go ahead.
My reflection is about when we went to Jagannath Puri. I just liked how everyone wanted to see Jagannath and was pushing. And even though all the guards, they were slapping the people on their back with big sticks. The crowd wasn't moving, but they were staying for the darshan of Jagannath. And after we went out of the darshan, we went to the burial area of where the old Jagannath deities are placed when the new ones are made. And then I really like the process of how the pujari told us that when the new deities are made, they're faced face to face with the old deities, and all the light, no electricities go and no wind is allowed, and only the oldest priest with a blindfold on, he goes and does the rituals. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, this time I have one reflection from book distribution and one from the other one. Regarding book distribution, I felt it was a really tough time this time for me to distribute books because whichever place I went, I feel that everything was already covered.
So congratulations to all the devotees. Every place was covered, every corner was covered. I even tried to go forward, but the devotees were already there. So I felt this was the most active yatra for book distribution, every single place that I went. And I know we take it for granted that books are there, but I know in the back what goes on. Chukujavenu Prabhu, though he's very calm, but he's constantly thinking of how every devotee has a bag, books, stickers, lollipops, and everything. So I really want to appreciate his seva.
Hello.
I also wanted to share that though I felt like not many people to distribute books, we were just standing in front of Jagannath temple yesterday night. And one person came where we just had a cart, and he said he was speaking in Odia. I don't understand the language, but I only understood what he said was Srimad Bhagavatam, and he said written by Vyasadev, and he said Baraskand, 12 cantos. So he was very specific, very old man. I need a Srimad Bhagavatam, 12 cantos, written by Vyasadev in Odia, very specific request. He just came and asked for that Srimad Bhagavatam. And when we told them, oh, it comes in 12 cantos, this many books, it costs 5,000 rupees or something, then he felt so morose and disappointed. I saw in his face that he couldn't afford, for sure. And then he consulted with his son, and they were discussing something, and then finally he said that the son said, it's okay, we don't want it. And the man's face, the old man's face was really there was almost tears in his eyes that, he wanted it, but he cannot get it. Then I said, it's okay, don't worry about it, give any donation. So he searched all the pockets and everything, and he said, I only have 50 rupees, so it's okay, I don't want to take your set. And then we said, don't worry, we will sponsor for you. And he had such a gratitude in his face that I felt like I wish I had that kind of an enthusiasm to get Srimad Bhagavatam and to read Srimad Bhagavatam. And I thought that when you distribute books, actually you're giving something, but I felt that the Dham offers you much more than what you're actually trying to give. These are intangibles. Sometimes we can put a tag on it or price tag or anything like that, but these intangible experiences the Dham was offering, multiple experiences, the same thing, that I thought we were giving something to the Dhamvasis, but the reciprocation that was coming back was much, 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 much higher than what little I was trying to give. So that's my experience, that the Dham is so special. Can't be in a mood that I am giving something, but I just have to give little something just to get the reciprocation back from them. And they were offering blessings, like profuse blessings, even without asking. So that was really heart-touching, that how these people are seemingly very poor, as Mukharavindra Prabhu was saying, but they have much more wealth that they can offer to us than what we have. So that was one experience that I had. And the second was the holy name sweeps everything. And the first day of the Jagannath temple, that when we having Harinam, everybody was mesmerized with the holy name. Nobody was watching out for someone, were not watching for their kids. They were just looking at that people were dancing. And the other thing I felt was, if you are trying to represent Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, somehow you get all the privileges. So when you are standing in front of the line, Haldarupa Prabhu and I tried to go inside the line, because a lot of people were just standing, there was nothing else to do. We wanted to go and distribute books. And we were carrying backpacks, and we had shoes on. And there are very strict rules that you cannot take shoes or backpacks to the line inside the Jagannath temple. But when we said that we just want to distribute books, the guard said, give me one. he took one book, and then he just let us inside with shoes, with backpacks and everything. So I felt that when you're representing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then every privilege, all the rules are broken because you are with someone. I mean, not your own, but you're with someone. So these are two of my realizations.
Okay, we have, you've been waiting on the back, so pass the microphone back, and then there's a few more here. I have like 5 total.
Dear Maharaj,
I like your classes.
I like your classes. Japa walk. My mom
Did not let me read
read Bhagavatam
when it was late in the night.
when I sleep in the night.
I read sometimes in class,
I read something in the class.
but
Sometimes I not read.
I do not. I do craft
I do craft
in class.
in class.
I like to cook
I like to cook,
and do service
do service
for Krishna.
for Krishna.
Guruma,
Guruma,
thank you
thank you
for showering
showering flowers
and your love
and His love
upon me.
upon me.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can I just say something really quickly? I just want to thank Atulya Harinam Prabhu. Dhanivarima and myself actually came earlier, a couple of days earlier. We were the only devotees here, and his mother cooked and brought prasadam for us, specifically because it was Dvadasi, and he did not want us to not be able to break fast. And Dhanavari was dreaming of idli, and he brought idli, sambar, and chutney. So I really want to really shout out to him, he was searching for us, he calling us, he was up and down the hotel looking for where we were. So I really want to really show my gratitude to him. And Dhanavari wanted to say it, but she was afraid. So I'm saying it for the both of us. Thank you so much, Prabhu. This is my first yatra, and I feel the love.
Ram Roy, thank you very much for coming. And hi, Pran, thank you for bringing Ram Roy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. It's the nature of my service in New York City that I don't see really anything or anyone outside of New York City. But I've noticed over the years that your disciples and followers and aspiring disciples are the ones that I identify most with the right mood and the right wherewithal and the right everything. And when Hadai Pran suggested that I attend this yatra, I thought, well, what an amazing idea. And so now that I'm here, I just see amazingly how wonderful, Vaisheshekha Prabhu, you've been doing with so many wonderful spirit souls, devotees, pure devotees. And I think one of my seniors was mentioning how we feel the paramparas in good hands. It will go forward. Mother Subhadra, Hare Krishna. And I also want to reflect or repeat Vishnu Gada Prabhu's sentiment that there's no envy here. Another aspect of New York City is plenty of it over there. and this, and also in this holy place, was seeing the people on book distribution. I just couldn't believe it. I was just like astounded. Just that there's actually people like this who are going to, you know, really show respect for the books and the devotees, and you don't even have to try. You just have to make sure you don't stand in the way. So I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very thankful. And I don't want to be like Rip Van Winkle and let another, how long did he sleep? 20 years or something? So thank you all very much. And I hope to meet all of you again, if not here, then in other places where we can do the joint seva of your spiritual master and our Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much.
All of you back? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
I want to share an experience that I felt. So, Shraddha Mataji took us to Jagannath temple 2 days ago, and I had the most amazing darshan. I mean, I've never seen Lord Jagannath up so close. We were really, really close, and we kept standing there, and we all had really amazing darshan. And not just the darshan, the Panda took us around the temple, and he showed us many other different pastime places. And when we were returning from the temple, I had this realization that, you know, we live in New Vrindavan, and I heard this Prabhupada pastimes from many senior disciples that these disciples, they asked Prabhupada that how come, you know, we are able to know about Krishna and chant the holy name, because Prabhupada always says that not everybody knows about Krishna. So Prabhupada said to them that I made that good fortune for you, that, you know, you can chant the holy name and you know about Krishna. And I had this realization that we did not do anything to be here and to be so up close to the Lord. And it was you and Guru Ma who made this good fortune for us to be in the Dham, to be among these devotees, and see the Lordship so up close. So I am really, really, really grateful to you and Guru Ma. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Guru Ma. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Guru Ma. All glories to Prabhupada. Okay. Okay. I was just a stagnant water, but when I joined the flow of devotees and the inflowing grace of Guru Maharaj, I felt I am not alone, but always protected and guided. During these 5 days, I was in a devotional institute, starting from the Japa session, in which I learned the quality of Japa, Vaishnav songs and Krishna Katha by Guru Maharaj, visiting a number of places which I really longed for after joining ISKCON. Last but not the least, being the only one from India, I did not feel alone that I am alone here. Prabhuji's and Mataji's, they are really a family, big family where I'm living now. I'm really very grateful to all of you. And I will not forget to mention the Shraddha Mataji's name, because she has 100 on 100. She has organized so well. She was so concerned about me that she sent a message to my son, Sevanishta Das, also for me to assemble near the entrance gate so that I am not left out to take darshan of Jagannath Ji. While coming back also, she inquired about whether I am back or not. Though I came with her in the same auto, tuk-tuk, whatever you say, Guru Maharaj Ji do keep a handful of blessings so that I can better serve. Through you, I can better serve Lord Krishna with my whole heart and mind. Thank you, Guru.
Okay, we're in the last, we're in the final four. Final four. Because it has to end at a certain time. Radha, okay? I see 2 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Final 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go Radha Mahaprabhu, please.
Thank you, Prabhu. I just want to thank Vishnu Gada Prabhu for that magical bhajan at Siddha Bakul, the Gaya Gora Madhur Sware. It was not from this world. The melody, everything, and Gopal Prabhu playing the mridanga, it was just something really out of this world. Thank you very much. And so many prayers, devotees have been requesting for prayers. So my only prayer, Prabhu, in request is that please pray that we can attend the next at least 100 yatras with you under your leadership. Hare Krishna.
Tatastu. Okay, who are the other 4? Okay, 2.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Yeah, we came to the October Yatra, and when we planned for that, we were also thinking if we can come to the February Yatra, it will be really nice because we wanted to associate with ISV Yatra participants and devotees. So really glad that we could make it. Thanks to everybody. It's an amazing experience, and I think everyone in my family is planning for the next one already. I just wanted to mention that you say Sankirtan is fun and easy, and it was really fun and easy here. And I was comparing that with how difficult it is back in Mannar when we want to join new devotees in the Sankirtan team and get them into book distribution. So maybe we'll recommend all of them to come to the ISV Yatra as a sort of training ground, and that way they can get an icebreaker of how to do it without saying much words. Book distribution can happen. And especially for this time, I have come to Puri many, many times since my childhood, but we always wanted to come with you and once, and so that way it was very special. But also this is the first time I felt Mahaprabhu's presence in various places we visited. Even when we went to the ocean, I could relate that Mahaprabhu used to come here, Gambhira, and all other places. It's really special that thinking of that connection with Mahaprabhu. Then I was thinking about a few of the, from various bhajans and classes, some of the main takeaways. And 2 things stood out for me. One is from the Nodia Godrumna Dipe Nityananda Mahajan, the bhajan you did. There was one paragraph where it says that the showing of compassion to other souls by loudly chanting the holy name of Krishna is the essence of all forms of religion. That's really powerful. It's like summarized a lot of the things for me. And then from Srimad Bhagavatam, Narad Muni's prayer, which I have read a while back and forgot, that 1.5.14, whatever you desire to describe that is separate in vision from the Lord, simply reacts with different forms, names, and results to agitate the mind, as the wind agitates a boat which has no resting place. And finally, you yourself mentioning that how human body is designed for offering prayers, and joined palm or pranam is the best mudra. So Krishna talks about so many times in Bhagavad Gita of paying obeisances, and this was like an epitome of that. So thank you very much for that. Lastly, I'd like to thank, as Prabhuji already said, and Manini Mataji too, Shraddha Mataji and all the organizers and the volunteers for really, really smooth and beautiful arrangement. The posters are amazing, so beautiful. And I also noticed how much you and Guru Ma are also involved in this organization. Guru Ma was offering prayers for the prasadam, and then as soon as Guru Puja is over, bringing the mass, take away the mass, she was also monitoring. So thank you to you and Guru Ma as well very much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. First of all, we all know that,
and to enter into the dham just by ticket, it's not possible, and you require the mercy, and that mercy came to us through Shraddha Mataji, because I know we were very, very, very last decision taker, and sometimes it's spontaneous, but yeah, somehow or other Mataji allowed us, so we are very grateful to her. Two things stand out to me when I was thinking about the reflection, and I closed my eyes and I felt like what comes to my mind, the first thing comes is like, the moment you take out your shoes to give the book, the next person takes out the shoes, no matter what he's doing. And I felt like it's something is sacred happening right there. It doesn't matter the venue or position or like what they are doing, a woman or man or kid or anything. So that gave me so much that, what I'm doing, what we are trying to do, it's not ordinary. So that was really, really stuck to me. And the another thing, the other day you also mentioned that whatever you need to learn in the life, everything covers in book distribution. And the one incident I would like to share, that today when we are going to the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house, we were somehow late, and we were behind all the yatras. And then when we were walking, few devotees were doing the books, and we were also like few here and there scattered around. And somehow Haldar Prabhu thought that, some devotees took left turn, and then we also went inside, and that was like a Radhakanta Mat, which is a Gambhira place. And so he went ahead to check out like where the devotee went, and I stand behind there, like whatever all the devotees doing the book distribution, they should be coming over here or they will go straight. Then they found out that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house is straight, so they went straight. And then I immediately came back because I thought Kunjari went with Prabhu. But when I came back, I saw Prabhu is not there, nobody is there, and she was doing the book distribution. Instead of asking that person to take the book, they're like, what are you doing here? Nobody's here, you should not be here. And then they're like, no, you take the book, you take the book. I'm like, it's okay. Like, no, you take the book. And then she was insisting that person. And then, somehow I felt, you don't need to teach them when they are already hooked up to the transcendental instructions from the Guru and Sadhu and Sastra. So I feel very, very grateful that without telling, like every time I tell her, you do this, you take out your shoes, but that time I was not there. Even nobody was around there. But spontaneously she took it out. I felt like that's something is important. And by Krishna's divine arrangement, probably, why we took that turn? Because the moment we come out from that, we saw you. And we saw Nirkula Mataji. And I was like, okay, we are not lost. So in that one incident, I felt that, when you are following the Acharya's instruction, when you are following their footsteps, no matter where you are taken care. You have the shelter, and then you took us to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's place, where aesthetic kirtan, and then coming back to Gambhira, and then we realized, this is the place we're supposed to become anyway. And when we went inside, and the moment you started that Shivaranjani Rag, and I think the Mahaprabhu is live over there. And it was so aesthetic that, it's in that one trip, the whole last 5 days I have been thinking like, why I am not getting something that, at the Dham has to offer something, right? We are here to do Dham Seva, we are trying to hear, but something is not going inside me. But I felt like, probably Yatra organizer saves the best for the last. And that was really touching, and so grateful for all the experience. Thank you.
This is the last one. Bhakti and Vicky.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I'm really grateful for all the association and service that I've gotten in the Dham, and I'm grateful that I came here to follow you. Last year when I came home from Yatra, I described what I did to my coworkers, And one of my coworkers said, wow, that's a huge social responsibility. And I thought, yeah, Mahaprabhu's movement is a huge social responsibility. When we were in Tota Gopinath temple, I met a girl from Taiwan, and she started speaking in Mandarin to me, because at first she was speaking in English. She said, you sound like an American, but you look Chinese. So I just started speaking Mandarin to you as second nature. And she was describing what attracted her to Krishna consciousness in Mandarin. And I was just taken aback by how similar it was to so many other experiences that I've heard and my own experience. She was saying that there's nothing like this anywhere. And Krishna loves us so much. He just wants to give us some service, and he wants us to come home to him. And it reminded me of when you first described Vrindavan on Zoom in Bhakti community. And I thought it would be pretty nice to go home. Yeah, so I'm really, really grateful.
Thank you. Are Divyanam and Shraddha Devi Dasi out there?
Hare Krishna. But just one online is from Hanspriya Mataji. She's saying, my heart
From
is
who?
crying. Hanspriya.
Hanspriya.
My heart is crying and longing to be with all of you there. Thank you for this amazing sharing reflection day.
Haribol. I concur with what everybody said. And it's usually, and is today, the best part of the yatra for me, is to hear from everyone, or as big of a sample size as we can get, depending on how many are there. But it's not possible, or it's hard, because we all have so much, and we want to say it all. But we got a really good representative sample. It was a lot of variety, and the insights. It was fulfilling to hear what everybody had to say. And it's to put on a yajna takes a lot of work, any kind of yajna. And to take it down takes a lot of work. And the middle portion is often very short. Like in a fire yajna, there's only a few spoonfuls that go in, but getting all the ingredients, especially if you have to grow them yourself, and then cleaning up afterwards is the heavy lifting, but the combustion, spiritual combustion, happens in the middle. And this is one of the 5 most important practices, according to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I feel like we had that combustion because of the hard work of Shraddha Devi Dasi and team members and Divyanam Prabhu, working, all of them, constantly. I'm in on weekly meetings for planning, and then I hear Shraddha with her team. I see Divyanam Prabhu constantly planning also for his team. And this is a confluence of different teams coming together. It's just been really nice. And I hear Nirkula in the other room on meetings. And the detail that Shraddha goes into to plan these is astounding to me. And many of you mentioned those types of things. I don't know if you could hear out there, Shraddha, but a lot of people were appreciating that you had a motherly presence and you were attentive to every detail, and really it's your tenacity and your very deep devotion that shows up in the way that you lean into your service completely. And I couldn't be more grateful, and all of us feel that way too. So thank you very, very much for giving such sacrifice so that we can achieve this yajna that is irreplaceable in our lives, in our sojourn, in our journey back to Godhead. Thank you very much. Haribol. And Divyanam Prabhu, Vrindarika Ramai, and their team, they've dedicated their lives, or a good portion of them, to putting on yatras. And just in the way things have come together over the years, we have now 3 yatras a year. They've just evolved, but they didn't just evolve. Just like the material world and all the species didn't just evolve. There's an intelligence behind it. And Divyanam and Vrindarika Ramai are attached to the Dham. They've spent a lot of time in the Dham. And it was a good fortune that they ran into Mukharavind in the Istanbul airport distributing books one day, believe it or not. They were in transit, and that's, without all the details, how we met. And then one thing led to another with a ride from their house to the airport about starting the youth yatra. I'd always wanted to do it. Didn't know how it would ever happen, but then Krishna sent them, and they said, we'll do it, we'll do it. And then now there's been a merging of yatras, and we've added on in October to the wonderful UK devotees coming together, and I get to spend time going around with that other yatra, and now these yatras are coming together. Krishna's definitely got a plan, and we're really grateful to you and Vrindarika Ramai. Thank you very much for the tireless service you do. Back at ISV years ago, we used to have Devotee Appreciation Day. And we'd come together, it was once a year, I think, try to appreciate the devotees. And every time driving home, I'd look at Nirkul and I'd say, why am I so exhausted? It was really hard because we have this feeling, I'm hearing it from everyone, you want to mention everybody and try to, it's like seeing all the preparations that were just offered to Lord Jagannath and then thinking you can eat them all. It's impossible to glorify the devotees enough or appreciate them enough, and I always walked away feeling like, oh, I could have done more. And that's how I feel now for all of you, that we're came together to do service and created this environment. It's a miracle that's a spiritual miracle that will be imprinted in our hearts forever. Having you here, Vishnu Gadaprabhu, is just something that I hanker for every year. I don't want to jinx it, but you know, we were together in New York City in a very special way, in that, and at the very least, we had other kinds of association, but we had a special service together of chanting the Brahma Samhita every single morning, right after Mangalartik for Shri Radha Govinda. And that went on for 3 years. And just having you here, hearing your kirtans brings me back to the best memories in my life. Your kirtans are earth-shattering. And really like what Radha Mohan said, but I can think of several kirtans. And Sukada Devi, thank you very much for being here. Just, it becomes the most precious part of one's life, I can say, and talking to Nira Kula about this also, is one's God siblings. As time goes by and one has been engaged in Krishna consciousness, we gravitate more and more towards those who we've been in the trenches with for a lifetime and those who have dedicated their lives to Srila Prabhupada. It just becomes so special. Ram Roy Prabhu, Pavani Bhakti mentioned your kirtan the other day, but you're just such a joy to be around. I mean, besides the fact that you're glowing, and you know all the mantras you chant to the people of New York, you have a special place, not just in this universe, but in the world in general, that is unassailable because of the austerities you've done. And just to hear you appreciate coming here, and it gives us such solace to know, because you're like one of those yogis who've been sitting there for 10,000 years. And to hear that, you know, you're getting some happiness from this makes us 10,000 times more happy. Thank you very much for being here. We feel like we've upgraded our brand quite a bit by having you here. I see you in the pictures and go, yeah, that's Ram Roy, he comes to our thing. I go down the list with every one of you, and whenever I see each one of you, I see something very special. And it's the mood that came out over the days we're here. And that's the most valuable thing. We were working for that, as we said in the beginning, to take something away that's in the emotion of the place. And so much of it we got, all of us, from the devotees around us, vicariously. We see the other devotees enthusiastic and getting something, we also share in it. That's the amazing aspect of a yatra, that we're all together. One of the most charming things I heard was when Ananda Vrindavan said she was talking to the cleaning ladies, and they were interested in talking to her and said, do you all live in an ashram together? I know I already mentioned that, but it just, hearing what other people are seeing, because you don't know how you look, you know, we just do what we do. But when you hear from other people who are observing what we're doing, then it makes us appreciate more what we have. And I was thinking, yeah, we do have kind of that ashram-like experience, and we've come together in all like-minded. And especially the power of all of you being ultra attentive in all the programs. Lined up, crammed in, doesn't matter how late you were out, you're here listening. There's nothing more edifying than that, to be with others who are actually interested in hearing 24 hours a day. That's life. That's real life. And I just been thinking about how much time we've been spending in the Dham lately. It just happened by accident. Like our friend Bhuvaneshwar was a cook in Vrindavan for, I don't know, 30 years. He used to cook the Rajbhog every day. Whenever he'd go to his room, because he'd give us Mahaprasadam from the deities, we said, oh, this is really nice. The cashews here? And he goes, yeah, they fell in. This is really great burfi. It just happened by chance. So this all just happened by chance. Somehow it all fell together by Krishna's arrangement. And who knows how many times we get a chance to do this. We can't take it for granted. But we do know that it's an eternal activity, and if we have the desire for it, Krishna will give us more and more opportunity to expand our services. And that's all we're looking for. We just want to do more. We'd like to be together as much as possible, and we always will be, because this is what the spiritual world is. It's the service mood, 24/7, no breaks. We don't want any breaks. We want, Hadai Pram was telling me, next time we're going to go out every night. We're going to the Jagannath Temple. Got to work it into the schedule somewhere, and thinking, yeah, right, I will have a 24-hour shift. Something Ram Roy would do. So, yeah. One of the best spots. We're going to move you over here. I think we should park you out there for about another 14 years. Anyway. Yeah, and it was a great mix. We had Madhavananda Prabhu here, who I have to give so much credit for, because when we first came back to Puri, I came here with Vishnugadha Prabhu in the early days, and then I came back a few times in the 80s. But for yatras and coming back for this, we didn't know how to do a yatra, and especially in Puri. And Madhavananda Prabhu was very instrumental in the early days. So I'm really happy you got an opportunity to get a blast from him. I mean, it's a lot to digest. I've been working on all my notes I got from him. And just, there's so much to take away. Thank you, everybody, for just being so absorbed in Krishna consciousness. We have a great opportunity to go back out and distribute the overflow. Can't wait to see those of you who are coming to Vrindavan. It just shifts into a different mode, and we know it works. We have the formula. That's what makes us also happy. It's like we know there's only a few little elements. You read Prabhupada's purports like we were doing. Those purports from the 5th chapter, and having Harinam, especially in those explosive areas, that one we had over on the side of the temple, remember? And all the people in line were dancing and everything. Amazing. So please stop me, because I'm out of control here. But those of you who are going, please travel safe. We'll see you back on the mark somewhere. And we're all in that picture of 100,008 Bhagavatams. And I forgot to tell everybody, if you're in the picture, you have to take a major part of the quota. I told the GBC the same thing after they took a picture with it. I said, you know what this means, right? And they're like, what? Yeah, so thank you, everybody. And I just have to comment about this contraption here. That's devotional. You know, devotees have been working on that for years. One of the most important aspects of these yatras is the sound quality and the picture quality. And Ramananda Saka has been, all he does is he worship the deities and meditate on how he can make this better. And all of you, I love what you said about the Panchatattva running back to do this. Yeah, it just works seamlessly, and I didn't even know what this is, but it's really, but I like it a lot. I listened to some of the recordings, and they were really crisp and clear and fantastic, and it's got a lot of parts, but it's simple. It's just using iPhones. So that's something we can carry on. And carry on we will. Thank you, everybody. As I like to do sometimes before I chant japa, I say, thank you, Krishna, 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 thank you, and then I start chanting. And so that's what I say to all of you. And, well, Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, How many you got? These are for Srila Prabhupada disciples, and there's 5 or 6, and these are for everyone. Okay, keep it in the box. Okay. And I'll give it to Murugan. Shraddha, you have an announcement? Please. And now Shraddha Devi Dasi is going to tell us what we won.
There's Vrindavan. Yeah. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I just wanted all of us to give a big shout out to Guru Maharaj, to all the Srila Prabhupada disciples, to the broadcasting team, to the Kirtaniyars, to all the participants, anybody who had anything to do with this yatra. Let's give a big shout out to them.
That's how you do it. 5 seconds.
So I did, as Guru Maharaj mentioned, that you had so many good words to say about the yatra, and I'm pretty sure that it's your good-heartedness that you choose to ignore the faults and just focus on the good things which are there. But Bhagavad Gita says that every endeavor has got some faults, so I'm pretty sure that, I had many and you just chose to ignore. So thank you so much for bearing with me. We are always in a mood to improve. Small yearly improvements is what we do. And so we have circulated a feedback form, so please do give us your candid feedback on that. Again, Guru Maharaj, I totally agree with you on when it comes to thanking people, that after you thank a few, then you go back and they're like, oh, I never thanked Atulya Harinam. When I thanked it the first day. So I'll reach out to you personally to, express my thanks on that. Divyanam Prabhu, especially for being here as my support and my partner in crime. Could you also check and see if Manoranjan's cooking crew is here? We'll follow the tradition. They are here. Could we call them in? So they have been cooking for us since 2013. So it's the 12th year, right?
Since 2013?
Yeah, that's the first year when
We've been coming here that long?
Yes.
2015.
Yeah,
15.
this is Srila Prabhu, the head cook, and followed by the team.
Bhalo, bhalo. Hari, hari. We're all very grateful to you. An army runs on its stomach. And you kept everybody happy and healthy. And we're very grateful to all of you. Thank you very much, Manoranjan.
Thank you. And special thanks to Manoranjan, the leader, who is out doing some errands for us. So he's not available here for that. So thank you so much for that. Also wanted to let you know that the Pattachitras are available here. I have already given for the UK team, so you can connect them from Raj here. And then all the others, while you're waiting for the prasadam, I'll be sitting there to hand them over to you, so do take them. Now for tomorrow, there's prasadam, breakfast and lunch for everybody. And Manoranjan said that he will have the prasadam ready for 5 o'clock. It'll be either here or in the restaurant. The hotel is going to tell me about that. So just come, feel free. It's a packed, so no eating here. You just pack it and then we go. For those of us who are joining us in this phase 2 of the yatra and taking the flight later in the day, we will leave here at 7 a.m. Devanam Prabhu, you have already told the UK team about it. You'll make the announcement there, yes. So the UK team, Devanam, will take care of you on that part as well. So after this, we're going to have prasadam. And after the prasadam, I'm just, a small request to all of you that if you could spend, give us, 20 to 30 minutes of your help. I need all hands on deck to bring down all these decorations, pack things, make lists, etc. So if you can help us with that, that'll be great. I also wanted you to look at the Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. We don't know when we're going to have darshan again. And thank you so much, Guruma, once again for, dressing him and taking such wonderful care of the deities, looking so beautiful. I always get mesmerized when I see this is a very beautiful deity. Yeah. So thank you so much, and I'll be seeing some of you in Vrindavan, and I'll see some of you again next year in the next yatra. And then, of course, as a tradition is, we will be making the offering today of the Sankirtan. So Chukus Venu Prabhu, please come up. Absolutely, yes. Can you pass the mic?
Thank you, Shraddha Mataji. Likewise, I'd like to thank you. It's when we started doing Youth Yatra, both me and my wife, we looked at the perfect laboratory of ISV Yatras and the model, so we are trying to follow in your footsteps. So we hope that we continue to learn from you, and it's honestly an honor and privilege to serve with you. So thank you so much, Shraddha Mataji, for working with us. Hare Krishna. Just a couple of announcements for the devotees departing tomorrow morning. So we will be, for the UK group, we'll be loading the bags at 5:45 a.m. Those who are going to Vrindavan and leaving at 6 o'clock sharp. There'll be a packed breakfast, and also a packed lunch will be delivered at the Delhi airport from ISKCON Dwarka, so that's been arranged. And we will be arriving in Vrindavan roughly around 4 o'clock, and then the dinner will be served. Those who are leaving us from Jagannath Puri to go back to UK, so Raj Prabhu has already made arrangements for the taxis, and we will share the details with you on the group, on the WhatsApp group. And there are few rooms which we have also, with the help of Shraddha Mataji and team, managed to get extended late checkout till about 2 o'clock. And again, those details we'll share with you tonight when we go back to the hotel. And yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody here. It's just been really nice serving with all of you, working together. And I know some of us are going to Vrindavan, but the good thing is both the parties are going to Vrindavan, because Jagannath Puri is a place of separation which gives you the same mood of Vrindavan. So even though you're going back, you can carry the same mood of separation from Vrindavan. And those who are going, you'll be able to meet Vrindavan. So yeah, I want to thank everyone, the devotees from US, all over the world, and the UK devotees for giving us this opportunity to serve all of you, and we hope to be of service in Vrindavan and beyond that. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, everyone. We'll be making offering just for our Puri phase of the Yatra. So, dear Srila Prabhupada, in this phase of a Yatra, we had 140 devotees participated in this phase of our Yatra. And everyone quite enthusiastically participated in Harinam and book distribution activity. So thank you for everyone to participation. So during this phase, we have distributed, if I can have it, Mridanga roll, please. Mridanga. Yeah. So in this phase, so we have distributed small books, 134 English books.
Haribo!
489 Bangla books.
Haribo!
666 Hindi books.
Haribo!
And this is big one. It's 2,462 Oriya books.
Haribo!
So overall, we distributed 3,751 small books. We also distributed Bhagavad Gitas. So we distributed 6 English Bhagavad Gitas, 48 Hindi, 50 Bangla, and 220 Oriya Bhagavad Gitas.
Wow!
And I mean, I have to say, out of those 220 Bhagavad Gitas, the Oriya Bhagavad Gitas, most of them not most of them, at least 20 to 30 of them went to either the police officer or the pandas and also the other security staff around the Jagannath temple. As well as with that, to go with Malini Mataji yesterday, as we heard, we had one Srimad Bhagavatam as well. That will go to the person. So in total, we distributed 4,075 books. And collected Lakshmi of 83,215 rupees. So the highlight of the yatra was the book distribution, Harinam book distribution outside Jagannath Temple on Wednesday. On that particular day, we distributed 1,306 books overall. And that's including 193 Bhagavad Gitas. And also, we collected 24,274 rupees as Lakshmi. So I just want to thank you, Guru Maharaj, for engaging us in this transcendental activity and empowering us and encouraging us. I would also like to thank you, Shraddha Mataji. I just checked my message when the first time we sort of spoke about planning about this activity, which was on 14th of October, when she sent me a message, Prabhu, what did we do last year? What are we going to do this year, etc. And then having a regular Sunday meetings on 4 to 6, even during the Christmas marathon. Sometimes I was out and I had to make calls for my cars and everywhere, but somehow we started planning quite a long. So she was, every single meeting Mataji was present, and they're just planning about it. She was calling me many times as well about different things. But yeah, it was quite amazing to be engaged in this service, Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much. Also, we'd like to thank you, Malini Mataji. She arranged all the books from ISKCON Chowpatty, and also she's quite empowering us, encouraging us. She's been out almost every time, even when we are Harinam, evening Harinam. Even this afternoon when we were there, it was quite hot, but she said, no, I will come, and she came and distributed quite a lot of books. Not to mention on this yatra, we dearly missed Vaishnav Toshni Prabhu, although he was here, but not here with us on this yatra, and we missed him quite a bit. I hope we do see him again. Also, we want to thank Vijay Govind Prabhu. Was Satya Sankapa Prabhu, don't know where he's from. Harinath Krishna Prabhu. And when I heard that Vaishnav Toshi Prabhu is not going to be here, and I was thinking, we're going to be one, person short. What we're going to do? And then suddenly the Venkat Prabhu appeared. So Prabhu just said, I'm just looking for some service, and I know he leads Birmingham, England book distribution. I said, yeah, Prabhu, come on, join in. And then there we are, and he was with us for the last 5 days. Thank you, Prabhu. And also, there are many other devotees who help us in the service. That's if I just get my Mukhavin Prabhu, Mantrini Leela.
Yay, Mantrini Leela.
Sonali Mataji. Sachi. Dia, Riti, Janak. So even the kids been really helpful in doing various things, in the counting Lakshmi and packing the bags and everything is like that. So thank you very much. And also, book distribution is sometimes if you go out on your own, it's a little bit dry. But then we only managed to distribute this many books because of the amazing Harinam party. So if you could have a big, loud Haribol for them, please.
Sadhu.
Especially thanks to Harepran Prabhu. He really stepped up this year. Actually, even evening Harinam, I told Prabhu, we have so many books that we need to do something, So he said, okay, Prabhu, let's go evening Harinam. And then we went and it was quite amazing. Gopal Prabhu. And we got Maharathi Prabhu, who's been first time. And I mean, Ramarai Prabhu has been quite. And also many other devotees who, I don't know the names of everybody, but I think Harinam was quite outstanding. I think many people playing kartals and, sables, and it was quite outstanding. So thank you everybody for doing a great Harinam. If I could have a big applause for them, thank you. And I think that's conclude our offering, Guru Maharaj, and thank you very much.
Amazing, and Chikujavena Prabhu, thank you very much for giving heart and soul. It's amazing how you stay so calm and you make everything happen from behind the scenes. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, one final announcement. We had a lot of feedbacks about book bags, and everybody sort of likes them. So we are giving them away, but there's a catch. And the catch is that you can take them, but you need to distribute books at the airport. And the minimum books is 10. So if you take
That's
10
fair.
books, you can have a free book bags to take away. So those who want a book bags, you can come and see us or come to room 14, and happy to give you books and a book bag. Thank you very much.
I just wanted to mention a few things as well. That today's Prashadam is sponsored by Vijay Govinda and his wife Sonali on the occasion of their marriage.
Vijay Govinda.
They were married just a few weeks ago, and here they are at the Dham, so please shower your blessings on the couple. Also, a little bit on the logistics that we have given the tips to the housekeeping here at the hotel, but feel free that if you want to give on your own to whoever served in your room, please do that. Then also about the bags loading, I'd like to call upon my other partner in crime, Bhagavad Siva Prabhu. Please tell us about the bags tomorrow.
Thank you all. Hare Krishna. Just like every year, just get your bags down here. We will have 2 buses. We'll onboard the bags onto the buses, tag them, and you will receive them at the airport as it is. You have to be around. That's pretty much. Oh, one more thing to mention about this hotel and the staff. They have been, taking our feedback and developing good relation with us. Just be kind to them, as Mataji said. We have done our part, but if you can also help them out, that's welcome. Thank you.
Shraddha Mataji, sorry, I just wanted to thank Pyari Charan Prabhu for helping us heading the whole troop movement, because he's going to be going back. He may not be joining us, right, Prabhu? Where is he? There he is, with his wonderful team, him, Vinesh Prabhu, then we had Dina Dayal Prabhu, Purata Sundar Prabhu, Ankit Prabhu. There was anybody else, Pyari Charan Prabhu? Huh? Haldar Prabhu. So I think, I don't know if you noticed, at least for the 5 days we have been out, we did manage to come back pretty much same time every day. Even though we kind of left some days early, a little bit late, but a lot of that happens when the logistics are managed very well. So I have to say that the whole team, but especially Pyari Charan Prabhu, he did a phenomenal service in getting everybody together with so much of sun and heat out there. So thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you. And lastly, I'm sure Shraddha Mataji would agree with it. To have Guru Maharaj and Guru Ma on time, we have to thank Sudhir Madhav Prabhu for doing what he did. Thank you so much. Sorry for being a bit cheeky, but I think Sudhir Madhaprabhu makes that happen for us by taking care of both of you so nicely. Thank you, Sudhir Madhaprabhu. Thank you, sir.
Just while you're passing the microphone, I want to second that. Thank you, Sudhir Madhava Prabhu. He is like Yoga Maya. He makes sure everything's in place, and he never stops, and he never wavers in any way. Constant. Krishna sent him, and thank you. We're deeply grateful. And while I'm at it, thank you to Nirkula, because actually she manages everything, all the scheduling. She comes and harasses me regularly, like figure this out. She makes all the flights, everything for us. So I'm deeply grateful. Thank you very much, Nirkul, for tolerating me. Haribol. Okay, now we're going on Harinam. Is it time for Prashadam?
Hare Krishna.
Yes. He is going for Harinam.
Speaking about Harinam, I have not received any kartals back yet. So we're looking for 4 pairs of kartals. 1, 2, 3. I'm missing 1 pair of kartals, not to take home, and we need them in Vrindavan. And so, yes, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Sharira vijajal jodendriya tahikal jibibile vishashagare dharmaje jivaiti lobamoisudurmaji takejita katina shankshare Krishna baradoyamoy koribari jivajoy Shraprashad Nitilabai Shayanamrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunaga Preme Dako Chaitanya Nitai Akadina Shanti Pure Prabhu Advaitera Gare Dui Prabhu Bojane Boshilo Shakori Ashwadana Prabhu Bole Bhakta Gana Esha Krishna Ashwadilo Heno Shakashwadane Krishna Prema Aishe Mane She Preme Koro Ashwadan Jada Bhuri Parihari Prasara Bhojana Kari Hari Hari Bolo Sarvajan Hari Hari Bolo Sarvajan Vishnu Gada, don't leave, I have something for you. Ma Prashade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Sopa Punya Vatam Rajan Vishwasoda Vijayate Prasade Sarva Tukanam Haniraso Pajayate Prasana Chetaso Yashu Buddhipaya Vatistate Trayopa Bhukta Swaganda Vasavankar Charchitaha Utishta Bojino Dasas Tavamayam Jame Shiksham Prayushitam Vapi Chundota Deshata Himandrena Bhoktavyam Na desha niyamastatra na kala niyamastata praptamanam dhrutam shishter bhoktaram hari abrave. Give Vishnugadar Prabhu the microphone to do the prayer for the Jagannath Mahaprasad. Whatever raga you want.
Rudanti pataka sarve nishvasanti muhur muhur ha kritva palayanti Jagannatha bhakshana.
Can you read the translation?
When one honors Lord Jagannath Prasad, all one's sins cry, sigh, and run away shouting, Alas, alas.
Haribo! Please come take prasadam. Hare Krishna. Vansha kalpatrubhascha kripasinabhe vachapatitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.